Hey world, it's been when to come back to another video. Family, I want to come back with this video here because I wanted to reiterate how important it is to understand that your health is your wealth. Okay? And a lot of times when you go to the doctor, you got to ask yourself, what is it that I'm going to the doctor for? And let's say if you're going to have a physical. I just went to the doctor the other day, guys. I'm 51.5 years old. I'll be 52 next month. And, you have to go get a checkup, a physical. And, of course, I don't take any medications. I don't have any pre-existing conditions, anything like that there. But I also understand that, almost 250,000 people die every year from medical errors in the hospitals and in clinics, based on just medical errors and misdiagnoses, right? That's a lot of people. And so when you think about that, you start asking yourself, okay, if this many people are dying from medical errors and misdiagnoses, all right, and medical malpractices, then what about the number of people that's dying just from medical conditions or diseases? Now, I say that to say this. I went to the doctor and I asked the doctor, because see, if you go to the doctor, you're not asking questions, then you're really just basically treating every doctor as if they are like the doctor of the year or the MVP of all doctors. And if you don't ask questions, how are you going to know that? Me, I went to the doctor the other day and I asked this doctor questions. And what tripped me out was the fact that he was so adamant about me taking a flu shot, taking my other immunizations and vaccinations, and taking the COVID vaccination when it comes out. And I'm like, hold up, dude, chill out, And me being the type of cat I am, I'm already knowing what time it is. Okay. The medical doctors, of course, if they're going to be financially wealthy, then there are certain things they have to do, because remember, what do doctors do? You go to the doctor. They have their nurses give you a patient assessment. Your height, your weight, your blood pressure, right? Then they sit you in that room for a couple of minutes. If the doctor comes in and asks you questions, he may take another blood pressure, this and that and the third. But after that, he's asking you about your past medical history or your family history. And then he's going from there. What I realize is that these doctors are basically wanting to, propagandize immunizations, vaccinations, and pharmaceuticals. Because what do you need when you go to the doctor? A prescription. Because what do they actually ever do? They only treating a condition. I asked the doctor about cancer and diabetes, and they're like, how is it that you have all these millions and millions and billions and billions of dollars going toward research and going toward cures, and nothing's ever done? His answer was, yeah, we still don't know. We still don't know? Come on now. Now, what I do know is that there's a large percentage of medications, prescription drugs, pharmaceutical drugs that are sold on the market that are either counterfeit or fake, which is the oxymoron, because it's counterfeit and fake are the same thing. And if you look at what country that it happens in the most, guys, you'll be surprised that it's Africa. And a lot of the drugs that are fake are anti-malaria drugs, diabetic drugs, cancer drugs. And the WHO, the World Health Organization, knows this. And they're talking about cracking down. Let me tell you something. It's just like the war on drugs. You trying to tell me that the United States government doesn't know who the heavy hitters are bringing drugs to this country? Get out of here. For you not to know that, you would have to not know that the United States defeated Mexico in a war in 1848. And they burned down Mexico City. Mexico belongs to the United States. You feel me? And so this whole notion of Mexico being its own individual country and doing what it wants to do and being able to ship all these billions of dollars of drugs to the United States and not get caught. Get out of here. Okay? And just imagine if it's that many fake pharmaceutical drugs being sold on the market internationally, imagine how many fake drugs are being sold on the market in America. You think it's an accident that the number of people that die of cancer, diabetes, high blood pressure, asthma, all the malaria, all these different diseases there's no cure for, and they have these pharmaceutical drugs that's supposed to treat it, but people still die at a rapid pace? Come on, let's keep it 1,000. And I want to give you some food for thought. How is it that Afro-melanated people whose genes are definitely the dominant genes, let's keep it 1,000, there's no way we could be the recessive gene, but we die disproportionately more from heart disease, diabetes, high blood pressure, cancers, now they're saying COVID, every other particular disease that man-made Afro-melanated people die more of, when y'all have medications that's supposed to treat it, but we still die of it. Family, do your research on all the fake drugs that are coming in from China, okay? From China to Africa. And it's coming in through Nigeria and through several other African countries. Now, where do you think they're sending those drugs to? Not just Africa, but all over. See, this depopulation agenda is real, family. And I just want to come back with some real information, because sometimes we get caught up and we don't understand that those numbers don't lie. And you have this many people dying of a particular disease or illness, but you guys are having us pay for medications that's supposed to treat it, and we still die, then the drug has to be fake. So do your research, family. Look at all the fake drugs that are sold in the world. And if you think they're selling fake drugs in the world, in Africa, and it's coming from China, and if 96% of all our antibiotics, all the other drugs that we have coming to America come from China, what makes you think that those drugs are not all authentic? A lot of them may not be. Okay? So like I said, family, your real wealth is your health. Take care of yourself. And sometimes you got to pay yourself first when it comes to your health. Read the labels of the foods that you're eating, because a lot of stuff that you eat is not healthy for you. And you know what? There's something called dopamine receptors that if something tastes good to you, your body don't recognize whether it's healthy or not until it's digested. But your brain is telling yourself, no, I want that. It's like an addict. That's where addiction comes from. And those that understand human psychology understands addiction. And that's why they give us things that are addictive, i.e. alcohol, drugs, sugar. Okay? I promise you, you can heal yourself. You don't need drugs to heal your body, because we're energy beings. We're not physical beings. We're only physical in this existence. But your true essence of who you are is spiritual. It's energetic. Pay yourself first, family, both health-wise and wealth-wise. I appreciate you staying in and listening to the old man. Don't believe everything a doctor tells you, because think about what they do for you. If you're only receiving prescriptions, then what is that really doing for you? Okay? Remember, doctors get paid from prescriptions. The pharmaceutical companies get paid from insurance companies. It's just one big loop. The insurance companies, the pharmaceutical companies, and healthcare. And it's so unfortunate. And what's so thought about it, family? I don't want to say that every doctor is like this, because there are a lot of doctors right now that are doing the best they can to make sure that we are healthy based on the knowledge that they have. Don't get it twisted. There are a lot of good doctors out there. But we also know that, like anything else, we have a lot of people leave medicine and the healthcare industry because of the fact that it's based on having us hooked on drugs. And most people that are empaths to become doctors realize this. They get out of their profession. Or they stay in the profession and do it from a humanistic standpoint. Okay? Alright, family. Just turning corners right now. I'm here in Austin. And guys, make sure you pay yourself first. Thank you for listening to the old man. And in the meantime, between time, may the Most High Saudi bring you joy. And being with us out of 5,000.